Trail has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams.
Reason and accountability.
The voice of reason.
The human brain requires activity, challenge. Either that brain is going to be entertainment industry is going to take over that brain, as you are being taken over now. Sports, cinema, magazines, temples, they're all entertainments. And gradually your brain becomes quite dull, if not already. And either you're going to be entertained or you turn totally in a different direction, inwardly. If you turn inwardly, there is immense, infinite, everlasting security.
Man, Krishnamurti, man, cooking. I don't think they should have played music behind him. It's already a struggle. But I understood everything. I've been listening for over 25 years, so I get it. I know what he's saying. I'm not here to entertain your wounds. Right? You want to live a soft life. You don't want your wounds disturbed. Listen to what I'm trying to say. As men, we want to take care of our women. And I feel like the society in which we live, although it affords women a lot of opportunities, sure, you're educated, especially sisters. You're educated, you're getting out there, you're getting your money, you're getting your bread. But the more you integrate yourself into this toxic society, the more that toxicity gets into your spirit. Now, again, relationships are a spiritual university where you discover the truth of yourself. And it's very difficult to focus on that when bills are due. It's very difficult to focus on that when bills are due. But guess what? If you got a good man, he can help a healthy man, a healed man, a man that's working towards individuation. Sure, he can help create an externally safe environment for you to decompress and relax. Okay? And that's a type of soft life. But he's only responsible for the yin of it. The yang of it is on you. The yang is internal. And if you do no internal work to match his yin of the external work, then the relationship will be imbalanced. And many people misinterpret the soft life. He's supposed to do this. He's supposed to do that. What are you supposed to do? How are you to show up? Right? If you have an insecure attachment style, don't become a spiritual bypasser by using clinical terms and using spiritual terms just to reinforce your avoidance. That's what we're talking about here tonight. The alchemy of discomfort. Why the soft life betrays your soul's curriculum. The modern obsession with the soft life, a viral ethos of radical self-care and conflict-free living. Somebody should have told you right there, that's unrealistic. Conflict-free living? It masquerades as liberation while enacting a profound betrayal of human potential. This seductive idea, framed as respite from the capitalism's grind, inadvertently perpetuates what Krishnamurti called the avoidance of understanding of oneself by dissecting its psychological scaffolding through the lens of attachment theory, neural behavior, economics, and alchemical spirituality. Right? We uncover a startling paradox. The pursuit of frictionless comfort often obstructs the very transformation it promises. You want to be transformed without friction. You want to reach nirvana, moksha, self-realization, self-actualization, and with no friction. The individuation paradox. Carl Rogers' concept of self-actualization, not Carl Rogers, that's Abraham Maslow's concept of self-actualization, demands brutal honesty with one's incongruences, while Jungian analysis positions shadow work, right? The integration of rejected self aspects of non-negotiable or as non-negotiable for authentic being. So listen, you got parts of yourself that you reject. Listen to what I'm saying. It's incongruent. It is a contradiction to expect a man to come in and provide peace when there are self aspects of you that you've rejected. And that goes both ways. It's not just from man to woman. It's woman to man. It's man. It's with himself. You got many men who will create a false sense of peace because ultimately they want something from you. But the bottom line is, relationship is where you go to find you and uncover you and reclaim you. And guess what? Recontextualize you. Consider the avoidant attachment style. Kingsman and Kinnison. Its craving for self-reliance mirrors the soft life's surface-level empowerment, both using curated independence to bypass vulnerability's transformative fire. Stop! Stop right there. Its craving for self-reliance mirrors the soft life's, listen, surface-level empowerment, both using curated independence to bypass vulnerability's transformative fire. That's what vulnerability does. It changes you. It evolves you. Right? When TikTok influencers market softness as morning routines of jade rollers and gratitude journals, they echo what Eric Fromm critiqued as marketed personalities, commodified identities, substituting actual growth with aestheticized coping mechanisms. Oh, I have this really cute jade roller and it really just, smooths out the wrinkles. Knock it off. You can't buy spirituality at the farmer's market. Do you understand? Neuroscience reveals the treachery. Right? Daniel Kahneman's System 1 thinking predisposes us toward cognitive ease, making soft life mantras. You deserve endless comfort. It's neurologically addictive, right? Bruce Lipton's epigenetics research suggests chronic comfort seeking may literally downregulate stress adaptation genes, rendering future hardships insurmountable. The cruel irony? What masquerades as self-care biologically primes us for fragility. The Tao understood this the way. Wu Wei. Krishnamurti reframed and recontextualized Wu Wei as choiceless awareness, Awareness without judgment. Awareness without the filter of the past, the psychological past. Can you see something? Yourself, the mountain, the bird, the hummingbird. Can you see it as it is without the filter of what you've been through? How many times have you met a good person, but because you've been through hell, they're unrecognizable to you, and you will judge them based on past people because that's the filter you're looking through. Or maybe a person showed up with genuine love, but genuine love didn't raise you. So genuine love looks foreign. It looks almost like an enemy. Do you see? Transactional intimacy and spiritual bypassing. The soft life's gendered commodification, evident in Remus Bailey's Feminine Energy Guides and R.L. Reeney's Provider Dynamics, resurrects Victorian separate spheres doctrine under wellness branding. Jesse Anthony's critique of toxic femininity and soft wife trends expose this regression. When black women's radical traditions get repackaged as Stepford-esque domesticity, liberation becomes its own cage. There is no soft life. It's a myth. Unless you're a Taoist. Taoism, right, is a diverse philosophical and religious tradition indigenous to China, emphasizing harmony with the Tao, which means the way. It is attributed to Lao Tzu and developed from the folk religion of rural China, influencing the culture and religious life of the country significantly. Taoism focuses on living in accordance with the natural world. Accordance, alignment, right? And the fundamental principle of the Tao, which represents the reality beyond human perception. That's the peace we're all seeking. We're seeking the Tao. But many of us are resistant to the Tao because the way does take us into difficult terrain. And when it's difficult, if you've been conditioned to run away from it, right? Fragility has been concretized within your spirit because you've been avoiding that which is difficult. You don't have the resilience to overcome. Then it becomes problematic. Existential philosopher Kierkegaard warned that anxiety, the dizziness of freedom, serves as a threshold to authentic selfhood. Yet the soft life industry sells anxiety eradication through Himalayan salt lamps. I'm saying it the way they say it. Himalayan. Himalayas. How we say it is Himalayas. Playa, Himalaya, right? Right? They sell you some anxiety eradication through a Himalayan salt lamp and manifestation journals, pathologizing the necessary turbulence that precedes growth. In therapy rooms worldwide, clients quoting soft life mantras while resisting emotional exposure exercises embodies what Marsha Linman's DBT framework identifies as emotional avoidance, a diagnosable barrier to healing. I'm not talking about the women out there who need a break. You deserve a piece of the soft life. I remember a couple of years back, Steve Harvey brought me and who was the preacher, Franklin. He used to be married to Megan Good. Devon Franklin. There you go. Steve Harvey brought myself and Devon Franklin down to his compound in Dallas. I think it was Dallas, yes. We flew out there. And our job, and what was amazing was he has this nonprofit organization, and it's designed to give single mothers a break. And he literally gave them the soft life. When I come forward, I'm going to explain this experience and what I think the soft life was in context to what Steve did.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PUSH to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PUSH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PUSH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Attention, have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-237-8585. That's 800-237-8585. Again, that's 800-237-8585.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So, I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-729-7070. That's 1-800-729-7070. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-729-7070. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
chaos. Look around you. Every action, every building, everything you see around you was begun first as thought in the mind, then manifested. We use the mind to build and shape our reality. The universe, the world, only exists inside of our mind. Therefore, God and the devil exist inside of our own psyche. So first of all, the devil is not a literal being, but a symbol of the lower self. It represents the unmastered, ego-driven part of the human mind. A symbol of destructive thoughts, emotions, behaviors, lives in realms of chaos, fear, hatred, lust, and ignorance. This is why we see the devil as red, because red is the lowest vibrational color on the color spectrum. It also corresponds with the root chakra, which is all to do with survival instincts. Red represents chaotic and intense emotions like hatred and anger. When we are angry, our face turns red. The devil represents our animalistic fundamental needs, our instinctual needs, our survival state of consciousness. We have a survival state of consciousness and a godly state of consciousness. Our godly state of consciousness is creating, not just experiencing in the animal state, but consciously creating reality. This is why we see the devil with a goat head, an animalistic head, and the head is where the brain is. The animal head represents living off instinct, the part of our mind that lives on urges, impulses, and instincts. Eating, sex, power, ego-driven actions, and ego-driven thoughts. Animals are only aware of themselves. Animals live on instinct. They have no ability to consciously create like humans. This is our lower desires for the material world. That's not to say the material world is evil. However, when our consciousness is only seeking material things, this leads us down a path of self-destruction, because nothing material can ever satisfy our soul. Everything material is temporary. Therefore, the devil represents the part of us that seeks only material desires, only material fulfillment, the ways of thinking where we only think about ourselves and ego-driven thoughts. It also represents the unchecked, unconscious self, where we have no mastery over our thoughts, over our emotional impulses, and no mastery over our actions. We're living in instinct and impulsive states, which causes chaos, selfishness.
Jesus, in the name of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue, how much fire can you spit? Imagine you create a soft space for somebody in that consciousness. You've heard me talk about Dr. David R. Hawking's work, right? Power versus force. Right? You've heard me talk about this before. Most people on the planet Earth are vibrating at the consciousness of fear. They have no ideation, no conceptualization of what unconditional love is. They've been conditioned by fear. This man is explaining. Imagine creating an extra, you are a good person, you come into a person's life, you try to set up a safe space. That person will devour you, man. The soft life becomes a relationship demand. What? Oh my God. Listen, let me just do this real quick. Hey man, our KBLA Talk 1580 4th anniversary events are fast approaching, and seating at all of our special events is getting really tight. Have you registered at our KBLA1580.com website? If not, let me encourage you to stop and do it right now so you don't get left out. It's our 4th anniversary, and we want to celebrate it with you. If you're planning to join us for our 4th anniversary celebration and barbecue on the Juneteenth holiday, we're asking everyone to bring a food gift card of any amount for the victims of the Altadena fire, grocery store chain or restaurant. We're grateful for whatever you bring to help the families still displaced by the fires. So go to our KBLA1580.com website right now and sign up for the events you plan to attend. All of our anniversary events are free, but seating is limited and you must register. Thank you.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Black Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass is blaming former President Trump for sparking weekend violence.
It's the last thing our city needs.
She says ICE raids triggered fear that escalated when Trump sent in federal troops. While Trump claims he deployed the National Guard due to rising chaos, Bass and Governor Newsom are urging him to pull the troops from L.A. Bass is also calling for continued peaceful protest. A former girlfriend of Sean Diddy Combs, identified as Jane, told the court she feared he'd film explicit acts on his phone that others could access. She previously testified he forced her to have sex with 3 male escorts while he watched. And Black Maryland Attorney General Anthony Brown is joining a multi-state lawsuit to block the release of forced reset triggers, devices that turn semi-automatic guns into machine guns. He says the move violates federal law and would increase gun violence and risk in Maryland communities. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Is your concrete cracking? Is your uneven walkway dangerous? Do you need to level that concrete porch or patio? Contact Groundworks, the concrete lifting experts. Riverside, get your free inspection today. Learn more at groundworks.com.
1 2 1 2 1 2. You ready?
Somebody make some noise in this joint.
KBLA Talk 1580 celebrates its 4th anniversary this year on Juneteenth.
Here we go again. Holla.
Hard to believe 4 years has gone by so fast.
Oh my God.
But here we are, still standing, still loving and serving our people as best we can.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
To celebrate our 4th anniversary, we have 4 big events, and you're invited to all of them.
She got a lot to say. Let's do this.
Let's get it on.
On Wednesday, June 18th, we go live on C-SPAN for the 2nd consecutive year with our Climate Justice Plus Black Health Symposium. Tavis Smiley will moderate an all-star panel of thinkers and influencers as we continue our vitally important climate justice work.
Hey, Tavis Smiley, talk about.
On Thursday, June 19th, you're invited to join us as we celebrate Juneteenth and our 4th anniversary. There'll be plenty of food, fun, great music, good vibes, and all of your favorite KBLA Talk 1580 hosts will be there.
Yeah, man.
Flip the beat. On Saturday, June 21st, there are 2 big events you're invited to attend.
I can't wait to hear it.
This year, KBLA Talk 1580 continues its annual partnership with the Empowerment Congress for a community celebration and dialogue to educate, engage, and empower. This year's theme is resilience in the face of chaos.
Can't wait to see what's up next.
Y'all ain't ready for this.
And new this year is our State of Black Women in Los Angeles Symposium, moderated by Dominique DePrima, with a luncheon to follow. Dominique will be leading a dialogue with some of the most impactful Black women leaders in Los Angeles, and you're invited to join.
This is it.
All of these events are free, but seating is limited, so you must register in advance at our KBLA1580.com website, where you can find all the details you need about each event.
Check it out.
It's our 4th anniversary, and we would love to celebrate it with you.
I love you guys so much. There's nothing you can do about it.
We're KBLA Talk 1580.
The only black talk radio station west of the Mississippi.
Thank you for having our black.
Happy anniversary, KBLA.
Love you. Love you.
New Always Pocket Flex Foam will change the way you think about pads. Get full-size protection in a surprisingly tiny pack that fits right in your purse or pocket. Perfect for life on the go. With up to 0 leaks, 0 feel, and 0 bunching, you'll forget you're even wearing a pad. And Always Pocket Flex Foam is designed to adapt to your body, so you can move freely and confidently throughout your day. Experience the future of period protection with new Always Pocket Flex Foam. Pick up your pack today.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cal Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Everything I am is because of you. Finally, you taught me tenderness, brought me
So in general, something that leads people to struggle with mental health issues, relationship issues, problems at work, whatever, oftentimes is tied to some fundamental avoidance. Like people may avoid painful experiences. I want to connect with someone and find intimacy, but I'm afraid that if I try to get too close, they'll leave me, they'll reject me. And so maybe I leave them before they leave me, or maybe I pull back a little bit because being vulnerable is really scary. There's something about that avoidance that's protective, but at the same time, it can also keep them from the thing they actually want, which is the closeness in the relationship. Given the context, it makes sense why you have this fear, but to what extent would it be worth to explore not only a different set of behaviors, but a different possibility that actually maybe if somebody, really got to know you, they would actually realize, oh, this is a person that I want to get close to.
Wow. Just another example. To relate is to work on oneself. Do you understand? The essence of relating is reflecting. You are seeing you come back to you via your triggers, via your responses to your triggers. Self-awareness is key, right? Wow, this is how I show up. Whoa, this is the difference between my response and my reaction. These are the triggers that cause me to react. These are the positive things that cause me to respond. Why is that? Relationships are for self-exploration. But really quickly, back to my story about Steve Harvey and the part of this discussion that is necessary for some women. Steve Harvey did a wonderful job by doing this. He brought myself and Devon Franklin down to speak to some youth that are in single-parent homes with their single moms, and he gave those single mothers the soft life. He brought me down me and Devon Franklin to come down and talk about relationships like in a real hardcore way to the boys. He had the U.S. Army down there. They were giving haircuts. They were giving them backpacks, school supplies. They were, doing, dad things with these young boys. But the mothers weren't allowed to be on the compound at that time, while he brought in different experts and specialists to deal with the kids. The mothers were off getting their nails done, getting their hair done, getting pampered the whole day. And I felt like that was a beautiful thing. And I understand that there are women out there that have struggled in life in general and has had a difficult path. And I think that was a beautiful gesture by Steve Harvey to give them an escape from their day-to-day toiling. So that's amazing. That's soft life. I understand it. But you have the flip side of it where people are out here weaponizing it, using spiritual bypassing, using spiritual and clinical terms to not do the work. It's an extension of self-avoidance. So there's two sides of the coin that we're trying to get to. We got callers on the line. I've been meaning to get to them, so let's get them right now. John, Mountain View, Hawaii. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, my good friend?
Greetings and blessings, chat. Those within the sound of my voice, greetings and blessings to you also. But having to break my fast.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Having to get off the finding my own balance so I can feed someone else. As we try to understand this soft life Hunger Games side of the game.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I remind you of scriptures that tell me the last shall be first and the first shall be last. And those of you who are wanting to be this great pearl, and those of you who are wanting to understand this great price that you're supposed to be, let me remind you of the water, the fire, and the polishing. Because you'll go through all three after you get out of that shell. And this is the soft life and the place you want to be placed at. And yet you don't want the work to be done. You're foolish.
Foolish? Keep going. I'm listening. Come on.
I came off a fast. I am telling myself in the midst of my anxious acknowledgement, I am an anxious person. Though I go to places comfortably by myself, I'm still looking at the door to ensure danger doesn't come in. I am also the human being who sits in movie theaters mainly by myself because if there's too much of a crowd, now I'm ready to do something to somebody. I am still twisted on the mentioning of I'm a warrior, but I also want the soft life too.
Is the soft life bi-directional?
How do you continue?
Yeah.
How do you continue to be the warrior? How do you continue to want this soft life and keep your head on swivel?
Right.
What you find is you find yourself being like, as Bruce Lee said, like water.
Man.
The ebbs and flows of life you may be controlled by, but you really don't have to because you're the one that's going to survive it all. Every tough time you've been in, you've survived, haven't you?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
But again, going back to my fast And starting Joseph Lineberg here in about 5 minutes.
That new album, my playlist is my co-host. If you've been wondering, John Gilbreth just let you guys in on it. We're playing the latest album from Joseph Lineberg. It's called Mystic Journey, and I thought it fit perfectly with the topic of the soft life. It's such a meditative, musical masterpiece. You should definitely get it. Download it everywhere. Joseph Lineberg's Mystic Journey, and I hope you enjoy it, brother. I hope you enjoy it.
One more thing to add.
Yes.
Don't stream it. Buy it. Support, support, support. Blessings to all. Love you, big bro.
Hey, man, you just brought Mountain View, Hawaii in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me, 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we go into LBC.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
During this time, it's important for everyone to know your rights. The 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments in the U.S. Constitution protects every one of us, regardless of immigration status. The 4th Amendment requires a judicial warrant to search your home. The 5th protects your right to remain silent, and the 6th gives you the right to an attorney. Just remember,
No warrant, no key. My privacy. You don't have to speak. No lawyer inside.
Don't say a thing.
Yeah, we all got rights.
Hey, we all got rights.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
You don't get the full development of human personality by trying to cultivate personality. Did you ever hear of anybody who had true personality, who got it through taking a course on how to win friends and influence people, or how to be a real person? You never did. It's rather when you forget about your personality and you become interested in something else that you become interesting to other people.
Come on, man. Alan Watts, don't do that. Don't do that. Ladies, your beauty is a currency. Indeed it is. You can do things with your beauty, but let me just say it's a fiat currency. Because at some point, until you cultivate inward beauty, the physical beauty will return, like most fiat currencies, will return to zero wealth. Zero worth. Every fiat currency that has ever existed has gone back to zero worth. What makes you beautiful is within, not on the outside. Don't weaponize the soft life. Make it a relationship expectation. Cultivate softness from within. That's what keeps you immortal. That's what keeps you eternally beautiful. Not what you can get from some guy who lacks self-esteem himself. I'm staying on point. Long Beach. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic? Welcome back to the Voice of Reason. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Thank you. Alafia family, I will be quick. The question that I stated in the chat, for those who are chasing the soft life, what could they possibly offer a good man? Quick example.
Wow.
You get a man, you guys have a child, he's building a crib, and he asks you to pass the flathead screwdriver, and you pass him a hammer. How is that crib going to get built? If you are looking for someone to give you the soft life, the women, they perform by getting BBLs and, using the jade rollers daily and performing this life that they really ultimately can't sustain. When the man looks at you years later or however long, and he says, hey, you're not looking like how you did when I met you. Now you're getting mad at him because he's body shaming. But you really get mad at him because you were performing in the first place. I alluded in a chat earlier that everyone can get the soft life if they did the internal work, which you have been alluding to all night. Because the more you perform, the more out of sync, out of alignment you become, because it's not your true self. And that weight of performing is going to weigh you down and ultimately break you if you don't get yourself together.
Man, oh man, Shevitz, I love you, child. I love you now. Guess what you just did?
LBC in the building.
Hey, man, Long Beach in the house. We appreciate the call. She cooked it up quickly. Let me just summarize, man. The soft life movement's cardinal sin. It isn't the pursuit of ease, but it's violent rejection of the crucible. The searing, chaotic forge where base metals of trauma and limitation transmute into golden selfhood. This rejection constitutes spiritual bypassing at a civilizational scale, using the aesthetics of wellness to avoid the raw labor of healing. Jungian analysis reveals the contradiction. True individuation requires descending into the shadow, yet the soft life markets lotus position serenity as transcendence. Like, you can't market that. if you're really in the throes of transcendence, you're in pain. You might even have a deep sense of fear and anxiety and confusion. Spirituality ain't soft. Oh, man. Neuroscience confirms, right? The cost, right? Bruce Lipton's research shows how chronic stress avoidance downregulates BDNF genes, atrophying the brain's capacity to grow through comfort. Most of you want a glow up. A glow up is makeup. It's superficial. A grow up is difficult. Everybody wants to glow instead of grow. No, I want you to grow. When there's growing, there's discomfort. See, I can put on the makeup so I can glow. Some makeup artists, MUAs, or what they're called, are really magicians because people ain't looking the way they done took Carl Jung's mask to a whole nother level. Huh? Can we be honest? You got to grow through discomfort. You too busy trying to look good through discomfort. Right? The soft life is thus ontologically oxymoronic, a promise of peace that murders the process that peace demands. Let me say it again. The soft life is thus ontologically oxymoronic. It's a promise of peace that murders the process peace demands. Peace ain't just a word. Oh, you're not going to disturb my peace. If you really had it, just like if you really had love, it couldn't be taken from you. When Krishnamurti lost his brother Nitya, right? Some spiritual people told him, oh, your brother's too important to die. He won't die. Then his brother died. When he lost his brother, he said, that's when I knew that love was more powerful than death, because when my brother died, the love I had for him was naked. It intensified. It was there. It permeated everything. You don't understand it because you live in a society that is transactional by nature. Even meaning is transactional. The Tao. The love of a partner fulfills the need for intimacy and shared purpose, but it cannot compensate for gaps in your other needs. There are internal needs that only you can provide for. Do you understand? I can only make your external but so soft. Right? And you cannot use my efforts as a means of escape from the work that is exclusively yours. Listen, I started the conversation. It's really up to you to finish it. The voice of reason is going to continue to do what he does, and that's cook up these topics every day. So let's continue to tap in. I appreciate everybody. I'll see y'all tomorrow with another slapper.